guys, how's it going? So, I just want to talk to you about books because I'm a big fan of Sarah Dessen and she has a new book coming out this Tuesday, June 3rd. It is called The Moon and More, and I'm so excited. I know I'm not her typical demographic, but I have loved her books for so long. I cannot wait for this new one to come out, and she's actually coming to Houston on Thursday, which I will be going to see. So I actually kind of wanted to make this video about how I fell in love with Sarah Dessen because it was kind of an accident. Just one of those things that happened. I didn't mean it. It just, like I said, just kind of happened. So for any of you who do not know who Sarah Dessen is, let's check her official Wikipedia page to see what they say about her. Sarah Dessen is an American writer who lives in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. That's the first little snippet you get from Wikipedia. So, I mean, she's not like a super famous author or anything, but she's done pretty well. I guess for me to start, I have to start with my love of books and where it comes from. Pretty much, I have always loved reading. I've loved reading for as long as I can remember. In fact, my mom actually almost put me into school early because I could already read. I could already read for an entire year before I started kindergarten because my mom almost put me in a year early because she was like, you can already read, might as well put you in school. But she didn't. Because of that, my love of reading actually came from my mom because she was always reading books to us. We had books in the house. Every week, every Tuesday, like clockwork, we went to the library and we had to get at least two books to read. And I loved going to the library. It was my favorite part during the week, going, and we'd have story time and we'd get to go out to eat with my mom, but most importantly, the books. Now, I know they say don't judge a book by a cover, but let me tell you, when I'm looking to purchase a new book or check a book out at the library, the first thing that's going to draw me in is the cover. If the cover is interesting to me, I'm going to be interested in reading, what the book is about. So, I was in probably Barnes & Noble one day, looking at the young teen adult fiction, because that's what I was looking for at the time. So I saw this cover. This is Sarah Dessen's Just Listen, and I'm like, okay, the cover draws me in. Let me read the blurb, and I'm like, you know what, this sounds like a really good book. So I ended up buying it. I read it, and I absolutely loved this book so much. So time had passed, and then I was in the need for more books because one can never have enough books. So I go to Barnes & Noble again and I'm looking for a book. So again, the cover draws me in, and then I go and read the blue blurb about it, and again, I'm like, oh, this sounds really interesting. So I bought it, read it, loved it. Still had no idea that these two books were written by the same author. So I just think, wow, these are some great books that I just love. And then again, I believe actually I was going to go on a trip. I was going on a plane and I needed a book to read on the plane, so I had to go to the bookstore again. Actually, I think I actually got this book in the little bookstore in the terminal. Dreamland. So again, cover drew me in, read the little blurb, loved it, bought it. And the funny thing about this one was I actually started it and then for some reason I just kind of stopped, and at the beginning it's like this is definitely one of her most darker books. It hits some very rough topics that a lot of people like to avoid, and the beginning is totally different from what is. You think it's this happy little book. I mean, yeah, her life isn't perfect, but it's, it seems pretty good. And that's as pretty much I'd gotten far, and then I got distracted and I had other things to do, so it had been a while. And then I, was one day looking through my bookshelf, figuring out what I could read, and I saw this book, and I'm like, well, I never finished this book. So I read it, and I'm like, okay, still pretty good, not my favorite of her books. I started realizing that some character names were popping up again. And then I finally decided to look at the author, Sarah Dessen. Let me look at this one, Sarah Dessen. And my book's just Sarah Dessen. And so then, of course, I'm like, well, here are 3 books that she's written that I absolutely love. So, of course, what I do, I hop online, I figure out all of the books she's ever written, and I went and bought them. And I mean, I have all of her books Books are just flying everywhere. She's written 10 novels so far, and this is actually her 10th novel, the last one that she's written that's come out. It came out about 2 years ago, I believe, and I actually, for this book, when she came to Houston, I saw her, so I have my book signed. So this is the latest one, and then again, the one on Tuesday comes out, and I'm so excited to read that one. I don't care if I'm 23 years old and these are written for teenage girls. You know what? They're still really good, and I still really admire Sarah Dessen and everything she does. So I'm very excited to continue my love, and I'm sure this book is just going to be as good as the rest. And I'm hopefully planning on bringing maybe not all of the books, maybe some of the books, and getting them signed. Maybe. That's the plan anyway, because why not? She's coming to Houston, and who knows when the next time she's going to come to Houston is, and if I'll even be able to go and see her. If you live in Houston and you love Sarah Dessen and you want to come see her on Thursday, most schools, if you're still in school, should be over by Thursday. This should be your last day for anyone that's younger watching these videos. She's coming through Blue Willow Bookshop, which is an independent bookstore here in Houston. And in order to actually get in the signing line, you have to buy the book through them. So you can either go to the, I actually called them, you can go to the bookstore on Tuesday or Wednesday or even Thursday morning and buy the book there and then say, I want a signing pass line, and they'll give it to you. You just have to bring that with you when you go on Thursday, or you can buy your book at the signing event and they'll have the passes there for you. And if you want to know their website, I'll put a link down below. It's really simple. It's bluewillowbookshop.com. I really like these people. That's who she came through last time, and that's who John and Hank came through when they came last year for The Fault in Our Stars. I am just hitting books everywhere. It's a giant mess up in here. Here's my copy of The Fault in the Stars that I got signed. To Christina, J Scribbles, and there's a little hankler fish there. Yeah, that's it really. I just wanted to tell you about how I accidentally fell in love with Sarah Dessen, because I'm an idiot. I didn't pay attention to who the author was, but now I'm so glad I know who she is, and I know that she's written 10 wonderful books, and I'm so excited for the 11th one to come out on Tuesday. That's it. I'm gonna go. If you've missed me here on the YouTubes, I will link down below to places you can find me. I've been vlogging a lot on my second channel. You can of course find me on Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr and Pinterest and what else, Vine, all the social networking sites. So yeah, you can always find me somewhere online, even if I'm not here. I'm gonna go. Have a wonderful day and just keep reading. I feel like I should hold a Sarah Dessen novel up. Just keep reading and listening, because you can also listen to books on tape, or I guess audiobooks now. Not many people have tape players, so just keep reading, just keep listening, just keep being awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye!